Hey Pisces, we made it. Nigga, we made it. I had to put the candle out because you see it's burning itself. Like, can you see like right here? It's like super black. I think I was about to start a fire. But the good thing is I'm still alive. So here we are. All right, Pisces, happy October. Welcome here. Everybody's gone, and so now it's your turn, and we always save the best for last. So this month, I'm going to make sure I offer you guys a full reading. Hey, Townsend. How do you say your first name? Clessy? Cleesy? Okay, I don't want to get it wrong. I really hate mispronouncing things, but what's up? I'm so happy to have you in the room here with me. It's late. I don't know how many people going to show up, but we here. We going to do this thing. So like I said, I want to offer you guys a full reading. So I do have my Doreen Virtue Angel Tarot deck here. So we're going to do the general read with this. Keep in mind, this is a full general reading. If you like a more personalized version of this, Cecile. Oh, Cecile. Wait, am I slow right now? Okay, never mind. Hi. I'm so sleepy. Okay, but I'm here. So yeah, we're going to do the general reading with this deck. General readings means that some of this might resonate with you, some of it might not. My thing is, if you like a full personal reading, you can always purchase one of those. You just have to email me at nellforhighvibe@gmail.com. I do readings over Skype or FaceTime. Or, I mean, if you don't necessarily have the money or you kind of want to test out my services before you decide to purchase, you can always just check out the videos for your sun, moon, and rising sign on my channel. And it'll give you a greater story of like it'll be a little bit more accurate as far as like your personal astrology if you watch the sun, moon, and rising videos that correlate with your astrology. You see what I'm saying? But I do offer like relationship readings, love readings, life purpose readings, career. We can talk about whatever, honestly. But today we're going to use these to do a general tarot pull. And then we're also going to do a pull for you guys' love life with the Doreen Virtue Angel Romance deck, which I love. And like I've been telling everybody else, it's cuffing season. We need to know what the hell's going on with these energies. I need to be able to, you know, direct y'all in the right direction and let you know what you're dealing with this month. And then to top it off, we're going to do a pull from Doreen Virtue's Life Purpose deck. So in this deck, there are things like love and light and family and environmentalist yoga, like certain actions, but also I used to use a different deck, which was like how to tap into your vibes. It was called the Trust Your Vibes deck by Sonia Coquette. Lovely deck. I don't know where it is. So we're going to use this one today. And I feel like it should suffice perfectly fine. So, we're going to go ahead and start pulling for you guys' general reading to see what's going on. What's the terrain looking like for October for Pisces? I know there's a lot going on in the sky. There's been a lot going on this entire year, honestly. It's been a little bit of a planetary explosion as far as the energy goes. Currently, we're facing a Venus retrograde that we're getting ready to go into, which is going to be pretty prominent, I feel. I don't know. I feel like people overlook things like Venus retrogrades because everybody's always talking about Mercury this, Mercury that. Because Mercury retrograde happens pretty often, like every 6 weeks or so. But the Venus retrograde, that doesn't come but I think every like 2 years. Yeah, Venus retrograde. And let's not affirm that it'll be rough, but let's keep that knowing in the back of our minds that like it could potentially get that way if you don't heed the energies, right? So it's going to pull up a lot of stuff for us as far as just us taking a look at ourselves and our relationships. It's also the fact that it's going retrograde in Libra and then Scorpio. That means that it's just going to be that much more in depth, like that much more intense. Yeah, let's try to be positive because look, I swear I'm over here the same way. Like I'm not gonna lie, I just put something on Facebook like, y'all thought Mercury retrograde was bad. Wait till y'all see Venus because it's going to affect us right where it hurts, where most people are vulnerable, which is in our relationship sectors. And a lot of folks aren't going to be ready for the shakeup, the twist. It's like a plot twist, basically. So you guys got a few cards here. Let me go ahead and arrange them. See what's really popping for Pisces this month. Okay. So in the center of your reading, you got the Ace of Air. Brilliant new ideas and inspirations. As you can see, there's this unicorn here, and his wings are just flapping because he's in full knowing. He's in full awareness. It says brilliant new ideas and inspirations, seeing the truth of a situation, a challenging beginning. So the Ace of Air cards really sort of are indicative of our mental state, you know, when we get this card. And with it being the ace of the suit, it's basically saying that you guys are coming into a certain clarity. A certain knowing is being revealed to you. An ultimate truth is being revealed to you about something. So your mind space is going to be a little bit clearer, which I feel like for Pisces is a really, really good thing, because you guys sort of just go with the flow of energy throughout your life. And I feel like not very often are you clear on things. Are you certain about something? Do you know the absolute truth about something? Because you leave the possibility for, you know, anything to be possible, honestly. But in this moment, I feel you are going to be, because there's some cards here that represent like defensiveness and sort of fighting for your right. So maybe there's some sort of truth that you know and you're holding on to, and other people are trying to tear down that truth. Maybe other people don't necessarily believe in that truth, and it could have something to do with how you self-identify. Let's get some clarification cards before I start this reading, because I need a point of reference. So what is it that Pisces knows to be true, Spirit? What is it that Pisces knows to be true? Your intuition, your intuitive abilities, the High Priestess. So yeah, something's going on here where your intuition is lighting up like a red light, and you're going to be asked to have the strength to actually defend your beliefs. I swear, like the story is just right here in front of me. You're going to be asked to have the strength to defend your beliefs against those who choose to be doubtful of you and your gifts and your talents. Maybe there's a major life move that you're going to be making, because you have a lot of major arcana here. The Strength card is a major arcana, High Priestess. And the Ace of Air could be classified as that too, because it's such a high suit. But what that basically means is you're going through a period in your life where major transitions are happening, major life processes that happen to all of us, right? It's your turn now. So with that being said, like I said, you guys are going to be called to actually stand your ground when it comes to your belief system. When it comes to some sort of internal knowing that you have. You might be something surrounding your own psychic beliefs. And with that, though, I want you to find balance. Like, I would say, spending a lot of time in meditation, alone with yourself, listening to music, or free writing or writing music, something like that. Because you do have a lot of people coming at you right now that are making you feel like you have to fight. And I don't like when Pisces feel like they have to fight, because you guys are the ultimate lovers of the zodiac. Like, yeah, you should have beliefs, and you should have to, you should be strong enough to be able to defend yourself. And it says stand your ground, but choose your battles wisely is what it also says. So you don't want to let other people's energy sort of infiltrate your energy space and pull at you, because it will seem like a burden. You guys have the Ten of Fire here. So it will seem like a little bit too much is on your plate if you try to step into the shoes of the person who is the warrior, because you guys are not necessarily that, but you can be. But I mean, it's not going to serve you is what I'm saying. Things not turning out the way that you'd hoped. You also have the Five of Water, and so it says not seeing the positive in a situation and crying over spilled milk. That goes hand in hand with this Ten of Fire energy, which basically talks about having too much on your plate and being very, very overwhelmed by other people's ideas, what other people think should happen. It says too much work, life is out of balance, stress-related health concerns, accept help from others. So be receptive to the fact that other people, there will be some people who will understand you, who will inherently get the fact that your strength lies in your intuitive capabilities, and move toward those people. Don't move toward the people that you feel like you have to be you have to defend yourself in front of. Like, at that point, if you're arguing with people, if you find yourself arguing with people about your lifestyle, about something that, you really, about the way that you live your life, fuck that person. I'm going to try to get some more clarifying cards, because I really want to know what the story is. What else can you tell me about the story that's going on with Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, Spirit? What else do I need to know to be able to get them the best message possible? For Sun, Moon, or Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising for October 2018. And it may just be that, honestly, this reading is just so straightforward. I don't need to speak on it a lot, but I hate that. Like, I always want to deliver you guys a message, and it's just honestly very, very cut and dry this month. Excuse me. Sorry. So, yeah, you guys have, yeah, you're communicating something. Okay, a lot of y'all might be do things like what I do, like tarot readers, psychics, or just you want to live your life how the fuck you want to live your life, and you don't need another person down your throat questioning everything that you do. You may be embarking upon a brand new journey here where, you know, you have all the confirmation that you need that this is the path for you, but another person might be coming at you and saying, well, have you figured this, this, and that out? How are you going to do that? Well, how do you feel like you're smart enough to do this if you couldn't even do that? And then what happens when A, B, or C? You going to be calling me and da-da-da-da? Like, if it's that type of energy, you know that it's lower vibrational and it's not something you need to move towards. That if a person is coming at you like that, that's their problem, and you need to realize that you're on this earth to live your life. And if a person has an issue with it and they can't be supportive with you trusting yourself, then you don't need to necessarily be in the company of that person. Okay? And this energy is you absolutely needing to have faith in yourself and in your own journey. Because Pisces tends to be a lot of it empathetic. And, you know, you guys can, if you're not careful, you can make your life about another person. You can be such a good support system and such a good, what am I trying to say? Such an open vessel that other people feel comfortable being the dominant person around you at all times, because you'll play off of anybody's energy. You guys don't necessarily need to always come into a room and shift the energy of the room to fit you. You will find your own spacing within the room, and honestly, you almost can shape shift and relate to anybody in the room. So it's like, sometimes I hear a lot of my friends with Pisces placements and stuff like that say that they don't even feel like they have an identity because they can be all things to all people. But that can be a gift, and it can also be very, very dangerous. You want to watch out for that. You don't want to get caught up in that, because by the time you look up, your life will have gone by and you'll be just a springboard for other people's visions and ideas and theories and thesis, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll never have actually planted your own seeds. And so you may come to that epiphany this month. You may have a moment of clarity where you're like, oh, I actually can do things the way I want to do things, and I know what I want to do now. Like, it's not rocket science. It's not something that is evading me at this moment. Like, I'm kind of more clear on myself than I've ever been. It says brilliant new ideas and inspirations, seeing the truth of a situation, a challenging beginning. So it's not going to necessarily be all easy for you. And that's why you have the strength card, because the universe is telling you that you definitely need to come into your own in order to be able to have the faith enough to even have the balls to go off the cliff. It says great inner strength, release harsh judgments, forgiveness, and compassion. It's about learning how to forgive yourself, learning how to be afraid and still move forward in that fear. You guys can help other people do that. But I mean, when it's you, a lot of times when it's you, you know all your own anxieties and all your own insecurities, and it's hard to talk yourself out of them. If it's another person, you can see how great they are. You can say, hey, you have nothing to worry about. Remember when you did A, B, or C? Remember when you got through that? But it's harder when it's you. Because at the moment when you're experiencing anxiety, or the moment when you're experiencing an unsurety of yourself, that's what you're focused on. You're not focused on all the things you've overcome in your past and how great you are, and how strong you are and how much strength you've acquired in the past. So Spirit is definitely asking you to come into that knowing. So you might need to spend a lot of time alone. Because when Pisces get around other people, like I said, you guys tend to assimilate to their vibration. You need to become familiar with your own vibration. And that's where the high priestess comes in, because she is your internal knowing. She is your intuition, your intuitive knowing. It says, listen to your intuition. Have patience. Consider carefully what you want before acting. And so this is meditation. And so this is listening to yourself. If you are not able to create a space for yourself in which you can just sit and listen to your highest version tell you about yourself and tell you what you know is affirmed and confirmed within you, right? You know what's right. If you're not able to take the space away from other people, because people are energy conduits. Even when a person enters a room, you look up and say, oh, there's so-and-so. Or if a person makes a noise down the hall, you'll say, someone's down there. And you're consciously aware of that. So it's affecting your vibration. You're the type of people who get that much more affected by it because you are a Pisces. Moon, rising, sun, Venus or Mars in Pisces. you all have that in you. And so in order for you to really be able to know, what does it say? Carefully consider what you want before acting, before you even get to the point where you get to this cliff. Developing strength is going to come in actually sitting alone and processing yourself and processing your feelings and allowing yourself to feel your own vibrations, right? So that you can actually move forward and have that clarity and know exactly where you're going. Because that's another thing that I want you guys to not get caught up in, is like moving aimlessly. Because you can go with any flow. Like my best friend, I'm sorry, best friend, I keep fronting you out in these videos, but she has a Pisces moon. And she told me the other day, she's like, you know, she was consoling me. I was having a little anxiety attack. And she's like, well, just do your best, you know. Basically that whole shoot for the stars, you'll land, or shoot for the moon, at least you'll land among the stars. I'm not that type of person. I like to go for the gusto. If I know I want something, I want that. And I don't really want nothing else. But she was like, her life philosophy is, hey, do your best. At least you'll end up somewhere. You know, and that's a very Piscean way to be. I'm not saying anything is necessarily wrong with that. I just feel like I want you guys to learn how to be more clear with what you want, because you need to learn how to command your life. And then you have the Page of Water. So talking to people about it, or getting some sort of communication about it. And that could come from yourself. It doesn't necessarily have to be another person. This could be another indicator of the High Priestess energy, because pages talk about communicating, getting messages, or sending messages. And so it absolutely can be a social element to it, where you may be networking with people about how you feel about things that you're passionate about things that you truly do care about. But it also could mean you just sitting alone in meditation. And it's not going to happen if you meditate just once. You need to give yourself time to evolve within that and to, you know, learn meditation, right? So the first time you might just focus on breathing. You might focus on breathing for the first 10 times you meditate. But then at some point you're going to learn how to listen to your body and listen to yourself, and you're going to see the benefits that meditation can give you. And you do receive psychic insights and downloads when you meditate. And so the messages could come to you from that. Or even Pisces, you guys are so super receptive and intuitive. It may even come to you in like, oh, hell no. I got to fix that. Hold on, y'all. But let me keep talking. It might come to you by way of, dang, I'm mad. There we go. There we go. Now it's perfect. Yeah, it may come to you by way of like you listening to music and receiving subconscious codes. You understand, like certain lyrics might pop out to you and you're like, wait a minute, that pertains to my life. Or you might be reading an article or a book or something and you see a phrase and you keep seeing that same phrase and it's like a message. Or even numbers. Are you guys into like number frequencies and codes, angel numbers? If you see the same number repeating itself over and over and over, and you're like, every time you see that number, you're doing something. Like I know every time I'm getting ready to do something conducive to my lifestyle, or like, you know, lucrative, you know what I'm trying to say, something I need to be doing that's along my highest path, I see 144. I see some derivative of ones and fours. See? Yeah. And it's for real. Like that means that you're at that point in your life where you're creating, you're pioneering a new life for yourself. Like you're able to stabilize, but it's on your terms. And there's a lot of other meanings for it. But if you literally Google angel number 14 or angel number 144 or angel number 441, whatever the sequence is, some people see 1, 2, 3. Some people see numbers in chronological order like that, or repeating numbers, just nothing but 3s, nothing but 9s. Google that shit. A lot of times it's your higher self communicating to you through codes, through frequencies. Numbers are frequencies that were placed here to, like, you know, human beings love categorizing certain shit, and I feel like the higher beings know that. So they use numbers to communicate with us because they know we associate numbers with things and with energies. So connect to that. Absolutely do connect to that. But what I want you to avoid is, like I said, being in spaces with people who make you feel that you have to defend being you. Because you have these two cards here that talk about defending your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground. Yes, stand your ground by way of creating a boundary. That's something that Pisces doesn't always know how to do naturally, but you need to learn how to create a space for yourself. And it's not about fighting a person, it's about having respect for yourself and developing autonomy. And then you also have renewal. So it says review and evaluate. a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. What's up, Tony? I was wondering where you were. You still here? It don't matter. This will go up on my channel. You can watch the beginning of it later. But yeah, so this is about, yeah, this card is basically about you coming into your own and you releasing any doubts that you had about yourself, reviewing your situation and really realizing that sometimes things have to fall apart. Sometimes things have to fall apart to come back together. But it's time for you to rebuild in a whole new way. You won't necessarily be the same person that you were when you started this journey by the time you end it. And that is perfectly okay. I think that you've been waiting on an epiphany. A lot of Pisces I know are struggling with relationships. And like I said, you guys are just natural empaths to the point where relationships are so important to you. But relationships can also be your greatest downfall because people absolutely take advantage of you guys. You guys are amazing partners, wonderful lovers, energetically just so understanding, you know, but not very often do you get that same love in return. You are the highest exaltation of love, you know, and you are unconditional love. And people a lot of times take that for granted. And I feel like at some point people need to know Pisces are people too. Like Pisces need their space and their autonomy as well. And they're not just on this earth to serve others. You know, everybody does have to be of service to others in some way, but like that's just something you guys do without thinking. You almost have to do the opposite. You have to figure out how to be a little bit more selfish. And not saying that you need to hurt people. You know, if you have a family, definitely don't abandon them to go off and run off with a circus or no shit like that. But like, if somebody is being abusive towards you and not allowing you the space and you know, the arena to just be yourself, then you need to figure out how to extract yourself from that situation to, you know, gain some personal space and time. You know, and if a person is being actually abusive to you, maybe you do need to leave the relationship. I'm not saying abandon any kids or anything like that, but be mature about it. But ask for your space because it's time for you to start your life. It's really time for you to take a leap of faith. And when you do decide to do that, because you're going to get this insight, it's going to be like, okay, things are clear. I know exactly what I need to do. I know I need to do this on my own. And when you start or whatever, like, things are going to fall into place for you. Opportunities are going to come up for you, and you're going to know how to navigate intuitively. Everything might not necessarily be outlined for you to begin with, but you will be able to figure out the path, you know, because you guys just know how to navigate off of your intuition. You know what the signs mean. You know how to decode the signs. What I will say is be careful of being too pig-headed and things like that. Like I said, don't abandon anybody and like make people feel shitty about it and then need to go back to that person and you're like, oh baby please, because that 10 of fire energy can be burdensome. You don't want to jump the gun and bite off more than you can chew and then have to return back to, you know, back to that square one. And if things don't necessarily work out the way that you hoped, I don't want you to give up, because it's a lot easier to be comfortable and complacent than it is to gain the strength to get up and do something new. And also with strength comes challenge. The only way you get stronger is if you're challenged. If you ask for patience, God is not just going to make you more patient. You're going to have to endure something grueling as fuck. And you're going to have to learn patience up close and personal for yourself. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to this strength thing, you're gonna be faced with some challenges, and that's the only way you're gonna be made stronger. So let's go ahead and move into your love sector. I'm interested to see what you guys have for love. Spirit, what does Pisces have to look forward to as far as love and relationships? Hey guys, make sure you like this video if you want to see your video first up during the next round of tarot readings and everything. I'm gonna do those based on whose videos have the most likes. So if you want to see your video first, make sure you like this video, subscribe, click the notification bell so you know when I'll go live. I plan on doing some Venus retrograde videos and some other stuff. If y'all have anything else you want to see me talk about, you can leave those topics in the comments below, and I'll be considering that when it comes time to plan my next round of videos. But let's go ahead and get into this love reading. So you guys have engagement. Ooh, ouch. Engagement. Romantic feelings. Keep an open mind. So let's get into it. Engagement. It says your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And I know y'all probably don't want to hear this, but like I really feel like Pisces is falling more in love with themselves. I feel like Pisces is being challenged to look at what they accept in relationships and the requirements that they put on a partner. Because I feel like y'all absolutely fulfill your partner's requirements a lot of the time, but not always is that reciprocated. And you know, I feel as though if it's not, like Venus retrograde is really going to be big for us because it's going to highlight those areas where, you know, do we feel valued? That's what Venus is all about. And it's in Libra. So it's about relationships. Do we feel valued in our relationships? Do we feel like we're being serviced in our relationships? Do we feel like our relationships are serving us? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it really something that is working towards, you know, the betterment of you as a person? Because if it's not, you're going to start to resent the relationship, and you're really not going to want to be a part of something where you don't feel valued. You know what I'm saying? Or if you realize that you don't value your partner, you're going to be like, damn, what do I really want out of a relationship? And I feel like this engagement is going to be not so much, I mean, people could be getting engaged. If you get engaged this month, come back to this video and comment below so I can say congratulations. But I feel like it's mostly, it says your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So I feel like you're gonna more so, as opposed to being committed to a person for the sake of being committed to a person, you're gonna be committed to an idea of what you believe love to be. And so if you're in a relationship and that person is not meeting those ideals, you will engage yourself into, you know, by leaving that relationship and saying, you know what, let me get more in touch with who I am. Let me engage myself, literally. Let me get more in touch with what I want, who I am, what I'm looking for. If I want this out of a relationship, I have to embody it. So let me embody that so that I may attract more of that to myself. That's the type of vibe I'm getting from this. And then romantic feelings, also same thing. Like it could be you having romantic feelings for a person. It says your feelings are real and worth exploring, but also flip that, right? So if you are not necessarily feeling like the relationship you're in is nurturing you, if you steady feeling tested by a person, if a person just doesn't have faith or belief in you, or shit, a lot of Pisces get in relationships with people that don't even know them. Because Pisces are so good at relating to other people. And this goes for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars Pisces, right? They're still so good at relating to other people. A lot of times they don't even realize that the person has never taken the time to get to know the Pisces. So you feel hella misunderstood and hella just lost in the wind. Like on some, what's my favorite food? What's my favorite place? Like if that person can't answer those questions for you and really know you, you're going to feel a type of way. And then you're going to start to realize that maybe you've romanticized the situation. And in reality, it's not necessarily what you want, or maybe it's not necessarily fulfilling you. And you could begin to look elsewhere, and you could begin to, you know, have romantic feelings for other people, or romanticize dating someone else, dating someone more fit for you. And I feel like that's where your feelings are real and worth exploring comes in. Because if during this retrograde you realize that you're not being fulfilled, I think that you should explore the possibility of doing something else. Because you definitely are moving into a way more, like a deeper understanding and clarity of who you are and what you're capable of, where your strengths lie and your intuition. And a lot of Pisces, y'all be knowing certain relationships ain't shit, but you stay in them knowing they ain't shit. Like I can't tell you how many Pisces comments, like videos on my Pisces videos that I get, where people are like, I'm in this relationship, but I'm scared to leave because I don't know how to do it on my own. Or I'm in this relationship for 15,000 years and this person just doesn't do me right. One day I'll leave. Like you guys are very idealistic. It's hard for you to sort of gain clarity and like wake up. Like you might know something, but there's a difference between knowing and actually acting in that knowing, having that epiphany to the point where you like, oh shit, these are the steps that I have to take, because if I don't take them, the truth of the matter is I ain't shit, because I'm allowing this situation for myself. So I can complain all day, but I'm allowing it. That type of realization. And then you guys have keep an open mind. So again, that's why I'm kind of giving you the flip of these cards. This is a general reading. You guys all are going through different situations and scenarios. So for some people, it may be, yes, you're getting engaged. Yes, you have romantic feelings for somebody that are real and worth exploring. But for some people, it might be the flip. And that's where keeping an open mind is important, because you got to be able to look at shit from different perspectives. And if anybody understands that, it's you guys. It is definitely Pisces. So it says your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory. You know, the person that you think may be the one for you, if they're not helping you reach your highest version of yourself, if you don't feel good vibrationally around this person, if you don't feel valued by this person, if you don't feel worthy, if you don't feel strong around this person, if you don't feel safe around this person, if you're steady crying over spilled milk being in this situation or relationship, you always have to be defensive towards a person, and your intuition is telling you otherwise, your intuition is telling you there's better out there, your intuition is telling you this can't be it. Ooh, I've been there. This can't be it. I love this person and everything, and we got ties and everything, but ooh, this can't be it. I know it's something better out there. And I've been in that situation where I've stayed and I've not necessarily left, even though I knew it was time for me to go. Okay, so let's go ahead and move into these call to action cards to see what can Pisces do in order to move into their highest vibration. What energy should Pisces implement during October 2018 in order to reach their highest version? What energies can Pisces integrate into their life during October 2018 in order to see the highest peaks? I don't know. Pisces, don't hate me. Pisces, don't hate me. Y'all, give me a second. Okay. Let me find this one. Eek. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Changeability. It's time to change some shit up, y'all. Options. It says consider the career possibilities that are open to you. Now I told y'all this is a career deck, is a life purpose deck, but we're going to use it in a broader sense. So options. I think y'all should explore your options. Especially when it comes to love. Now, a lot of ex-lovers may come up during this Venus retrograde, because that's just what they like to do during Venus retrogrades, okay? Venus retrograde happens every, I think, 19 months or so. So it's like roughly every 2 years or something like that. So like we've experienced this in our lifetime before, sure as shit. You can Google when was the last Venus retrograde and look at your life during that time and see what happened. Like even one of my exes called me today like, hey, just want to talk. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Can we talk sometime? Okay. Hung up, blocked that motherfucking number. You got me fucked up. No, we can't talk. But it's just like sure as shit they come out the woodwork during this time. But what you want to do is keep your options open. And I think in order to keep your options open, you have to say no to the things that you already experienced. That's not opening up your options. That's repeating. You know, in order to keep your options open, you have to really look towards the future and look towards new people, new opportunities, and situations in which you're not so comfortable, because that's the only way you get a chance to grow, and that's the only way you get a chance to start anew, right, and embark upon a brand new journey. You don't want to keep repeating the same cycles because it's familiar to you, okay? And then you guys have career change. So this could just be life change, something happening in your day-to-day life that just changes. Maybe you have a routine that's set around another person, or I'm not trying to, you know, make it seem like your whole life revolves around another person, but I'm sorry, a lot of Pisces lives revolve around other people, whether they realize it or not, okay? But, you know, if you know, your day looks a certain way because that's just how your life is, and you're like, this can't be everything, but it's comfortable. It's something you don't have to necessarily think about, because you know every day I'm going to do A, B, or C, but you realize you're not happy with that. Change something up. It says you're embarking upon a career that brings you joy and abundance. You desire and deserve. So whatever it is that you desire and deserve, you're embarking upon that. That's what this Fool energy is about. The Dreamer energy is about conceiving something that maybe you've never experienced before, and having the faith to go after it and see, what is this feeling about? What can I discover if I just follow my faith, right? And then you have let go. So you got to let go of the past experiences. You got to let go of the present situation to see that change in yourself. You won't grow if you continue to stay stagnant. And I mean, you have this epiphany that's like, exactly what, when I say this whole thing, like, you have this epiphany, you need to change. Whatever the first thing that comes to your mind is, that's exactly what spirit is trying to nudge you about. So whatever you've gained the clarity about, when you have that sort of, come to Jesus moment and everything just sort of clicks, you're going to process the fact that, hey, I need to try something new. It says walk away from this situation in order to resolve it. So yeah, it's not something that you necessarily need to fester in. It's not something you need to cry over. It's something you need to learn how to process and get over. And the only way you do that is by doing your affirmations, saying I'm worthy, I'm capable, all those things. If you feel insecure about moving forward on your own or moving forward onto something that you've never done before, focus on developing that strength. The only way you develop it is to basically get it into your subconscious. So I've been telling signs before you guys, like, about writing affirmations, speaking affirmations into the mirror, keeping a dream diary so that you can realize what your subconscious mind is trying to tell you. Because a lot of times in our subconscious, we are directing our lives. We're directing ourselves because we pick up on cues that our human mind or our waking mind doesn't necessarily always realize, or we're not always able to decode it up front because we're taught to be logical beings and but our intuitive mind works twice as hard. It works when we're awake and it works when we're sleeping, like motherfucking Santa Claus. Okay, so you got to be able to tap into that wealth of knowledge, and that's going to help you be able to develop your own strength and your own intuition, and to trust it, because it's just as real as anything you can hold in this world. Okay, don't ever let anybody tell you that your intuition is fake and, you just be having feelings. That ain't even based on logic. Fuck you. I know what I know what I know. I don't need you to confirm it for me. You are not my God, okay? And you're not the director of my life. I'm going to do what the hell I'm going to do. And if I fuck up, that's okay too, because you got this 5 of water. So things might not always go completely perfectly, but that's how you gain strength. I told Capricorn, it's okay to make a mistake because you know now never to make that same mistake again. But what you're not going to do is paint yourself into a corner. You know what I'm saying? So I love you, Pisces. If you guys want to obtain a personal reading, you may always do that. All you have to do is email me at nellforhighvibe@gmail.com. Tell me what type of reading you're interested in, and I'll get you those price points, and we can go ahead and schedule that. I do readings via Skype and FaceTime. So I like to be face-to-face with you guys. So basically you get one of these, but personalized to you. Also, if you're interested in everything else that I have going on concerning my music or my business, you can check out nellnicole.com. That's always up and running. I'm selling crystals over there. You can contact me over there too. All that good stuff. I'm also on Twitter like every day, and I want to start talking to y'all more because I just want to open myself up to the community a little bit more. I'm an Aquarius. I tend to be pretty aloof, but I'm actually pretty interested in what you guys have going on and what you guys want from me. Like, what do you want to learn as far as astrology and tarot and stuff like that? I have a wealth of knowledge, and I want to start getting information to you guys that's pertinent to you. So if there's something you want to talk about, a topic of discussion, leave it in my comments, leave it in my DMs. I'm interested in talking about, I want to do a twin flame series or maybe a soulmate series next. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. If not, let me know. Like this video before you leave, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. Next month, I will be doing videos based on who gets the most likes. So whoever gets the most likes, those videos will come out first. And whoever doesn't get as much love and support, those videos will be coming a little bit later. So if you want to be first in line, go ahead and like this video. What else was I going to say? I don't know, but I appreciate y'all. It's early as hell in the morning, and y'all are up with me. That's why I love my Pisces, because we be vibing the same. Like, I'm only really tired because I've been doing readings, but typically I'm always up at this time. So I fuck with y'all for being just like me. So if there's anything you want to know, like I said, leave it in the comments below. But other than that, have a great night, everyone, and I will see you guys later in the month. Bye.